So let's find the IP address. So there are some ways to find the IP address, and one of them is actually from here, wired settings. Before talking about Ubuntu, I like to open terminal and actually run the updates and upgrades. We just added to the favorites and it is there. So maximize it. So sudo apt get update. The user is live and I want to give the password from the live here. Apt get upgrade. There is something wrong there. I need to stop the video first of all and find the error, then I will come back to you guys. So everybody, I found the problem. We had a problem in the source list. So what I have done was actually I went to the source list, sudo nano /etc /apt /sources .list. So as you see, the red font was Cosmic. It is the Ubuntu 18.10, I think, and I changed it to EON, EOAN, and then I saved it, and I did the update, and actually it worked. So the problem about updating from 18.10 or 18.4 to 19.10 is solved. So we go to the sudo apt get upgrade, and yes, you go to the sudo nano you write this one, make it so you write this one and you change all the names to the newest version, all the version of the names that is related to this version, and you write the name. For example, Cosmic is the version for 18.4 or 18.10, and AON is the name for the version 19.10. I changed it and it worked. Upgrade is taking more time than update. The running services and problems that are using NNS need to be restarted, otherwise they might not be able to do lookup and authenticate it. I click on OK. I don't know what is it. So in the meantime, I show you how you can find the IP address that I was talking. I think it's all about upgrades, so I just click on OK. So now I want to find the IP address, and in order to find the IP address, I write here IP A, and this is our IP address. And let me just make it bigger. Or we can write IP address show. It gives the same result. And the next thing is to, in order, if you want to know what kind of version is installed, you can write lsp underline release -a. So it is Ubuntu 19.10. If you want to know that what kind of user is there, so you should do who am I, it shows the user. If you want to change the password for the root, you write sudo e. Look, it is the root. The router is root, yes, and this is the, this change is not $sign anymore. It is hashtag. And then we write sudo password. Sorry, it changed the password for the root. So the password updated successfully. And if you want to go to the user, we want to switch user, we can write su dash, and for example live password box su dash root, for example. And if you want to give, for example, the live, the root privileges, then we write here vsudo, it goes there. Actually I have given the live here the privileges, and you go under this line and write the same for the user that you want to give the privileges, the right as root. So Control X, I've done it before, and it is all done. And if you want to exit to the live, so I don't know why it is not working. Maybe yes. So when you're writing su, so there is a space bar, then dash, space bar, then the name of the user, then it works. So what is the next step is to create a user. So we write sudo add user, for example live 1, new password, and it is as for the full name, I just click on intern, room name, work phone, home phone, and others, and if the information is correct, we write yes, and the user is created. If we want to test if it is created, we can just go to cd home there, and we make ls. Look, live and live 1 is created. We want to install Samba, so sudo Samba is for the share stuff. Update, so sudo apt install Samba. Yes. So we installed Samba, and right now we want to make a direction and we want to share this direction. Sudo make direction, for example, share one. So we have, so look, the share one is here and it is created. We go to the share one. So I want to check it out here. We go to the files. Share one. Look, the share one is there and it is locked. So I want to unlock it. So it means that I want to just give it permission to be read, written by other users. So we write sudo chmod 777 home, and first of all I want to, let's see where is it. So I want to cd home live ls. So it is the actual address is there, home, the user is live, and share one. So if I write like this, cd home live share one, it goes inside and there's nothing inside this file. So I want to unlock this folder. Sudo chmod 777 backspace, spacebar, I mean, home live, and the folder is share one. So as I clicked on it, you see the share one is unlocked. So it means that the permission is given. So as you see, it is unlocked. So right now we go and write sudo nano etc Samba and smb configuration. So we go to the end of this file and we write there the name of the shared file, for example, shared by me, for example, or shared by live. So we write path, we write the path for this folder, and what's share one, browsable, yes, and writable, yes, guest, okay, yes, public, yes, create mask, and directory mask. So Control X, want to save it, and on Y and Y, and on enter, so it is saved. If there is a firewall configuration tool is active there, so let's see if it is active. Sudo status inactive. So the firewall, if it is active, so we must just allow the Samba in order to allow it, we write sudo with allow, for example, Samba, and we write the sudo with w application list. Here is the list of the allowed application Samba and CUPS. So we can restart systemctl, restart sudo systemctl, restart smbd. So it is created, the Samba is installed, and we created a folder and we shared the folder, and we can see later if it is shared. So as you can see, I have opened the files here, and first of all you can enter shared one and you can create a new folder. New folder, for example. Look, it is created, so I have the privilege, I have the right to create a new folder inside this folder. If you go to the other locations, so it is shared. So now you are sure that it is shared. And now I want to install Apache. Sudo apt get install Apache SWI. Yes. If the firewall is active, you need to allow every application that you install, allow the Apache in the firewall. So sudo if we allow Apache and sudo with the app list. Look, Apache is there, it is allowed. So we want to test if Apache is installed. We open internet browser, Firefox in this case. Find the IP. The IP address is this one. Let's copy it. And I write the IP address there. So look, in this case you test if the Apache is installed. And the default page for the Apache is there in the cd var www html ls. There is an index HTML, and you can create, for example, another HTML, sudo nano indexed, for example, 3.html. Yes, enter, it is saved. And you want to test if we write the index try.html. So as you can see, we created an HTML file and we test it. So you write the IP address slash and the index 3, the name of the HTML file, and it is all there. So right now I want to install MySQL. Sudo apt get install MySQL server. Yes, as I told you before, I will write all of these commands in the YouTube, and you can copy it from there and use them very easily. Then we install sudo apt get install php lib apache y dash mode dash php. So a PHP is installed, and I told you the default PHP sites are stored in here. Right, for you, right, cd var www html, make an ls. So we have made kind of index3.html, and index.html was there before. We make a kind of PHP files there, and we test this together. Sudo nano, for example, info1.php. We write here PHP info this and that. I just save it, and let's see it again. Look, this is the PHP, and this all the information. So PHP is successfully installed. We created a PHP file or website or site, and actually we tested together. And right now I want to make an update. Then after we install phpMyAdmin. So the apt get install phpMyAdmin. So there is an error. It says phpMyAdmin has no installation candidate. So in this case, we should write here sudo apt repository ppa .phpMyAdmin / ppa. Press enter, we press enter to continue it. So yes, we try it again. Yes, look, the problem is solved. So here we select Apache SY and OK. So here we, alright, should probably choose the file configure database. Now we don't want to configure it right now. So phpMyAdmin is installed successfully, and right now we want to test it. So how we can test it? We open the internet browser, and we write here phpMyAdmin. So phpMyAdmin is successfully installed. We test it. Look, it is there. You can write your IP address there, or you can write localhost phpMyAdmin. They have the same result. So I have told you that phpMyAdmin is working, and we don't need this anymore. So right now we are going to install Webmin or the Webmin. So to manually add the repository link to the list, we need to go to the sudo nano etc apt sources list. Password for the current user. So we're going to the end of the list and we write somewhere there dip http download. So we write here the download.webmin.com download repository search contrib. We just save it. To get the Webmin PHP key for the newly added repository. This way the system will trust the repository. And then we run the following command. We get http www.webmin.com jcameron.key.acs. So jcameron key is saved. So we make an update. Sudo apt get update. So update is over, and right now we install sudo apt install Webmin. So there is a problem. I need to figure out how can I solve this problem. I found a problem. The only thing that we need to do is to sudo apt get update when we add the repository and other keys. For example, we add the jcameron's key, and we need to do, and I did sudo apt install webmin. I want to install it, but there was a kind of error there, so I just update it and I repeat the command once more, and now it is working. So look, all the packages are going to be downloaded and are going to be added. So Webmin is installed. Right now we're going to allow the Webmin by firewall, sudo firewall allow. So the port is 10,000 TCP. Rules updated. And right now I want to test if it is installed. So we open the Firefox, and so we write the HTTPS then / localhost 10,000 the port, and we click enter and advance, add exceptions, get certificate, confirm security exceptions, and now it is working. So it is time to install TeamViewer. HTTPS TeamViewer and .com /download /linux TeamViewer _AMD 64.deb So TeamViewer, so it is downloaded. Home, TeamViewer, and we just rename it. Where are you? Rename here. I just rename it because it is easier to install. Then sudo apt install dip. So it is going to be installed. Yes. So it is installed. During the installation process, the official TeamViewer repository will be added to your system. You can use the cat command to verify this command. So the cat command is this one. So this is the repository TeamViewer dip repository list. So the TeamViewer is there. We open it. Accept license agreement. Now it is there. That is the TeamViewer. So the TeamViewer is installed. But it is time to start the SSH. So sudo apt get install open SSH server. It is going to be installed. So SSH is installed. So you write sudo systemctl status SSH. So it is active and running. And now sudo ufw allow SSH, and it is installed and it is allowed. So the last thing is to test the SSH by putty7. It is actually, I opened it from my Windows and I want to test if it works. And this is the result, and the user is live, and the password from the live. So it works, and I can actually control it from here. Sudo apt get update. Look, it is updating the Ubuntu actually. So it is over. I hope that you have enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe and like me.